there, comic friends. I'm Travis, and it's new comic book day. Yay! Or at least new comic book day for me. Irony of ironies, my comics came early. I actually got them last Wednesday. I got them on comic book day, which is awesome. That means they got shipped early, so I got them early. Excuse me, I'm a little froggy throat. I've been kind of talking all weekend, and at any rate, so they came on Wednesday, and the irony of it all, before my mail came, before I got my comics, I had left for Emerald City Comic Con for the entire weekend. So the 1 week where I actually would have my comics on comic book day, and I could have done all this haul stuff on Wednesday, like all the cool kids. No, instead I was at Emerald City Comic Con, and I didn't get to them till now, Monday. So 21 books it tells me this week. I'm not going to talk Emerald City Comic Con now. I'll make that a video in and of itself. I got some goodies from there. Anyway, had a great time. Getting home was incredibly hard. Anybody who's not familiar with the geography of the state of Washington, Emerald City Comic Con is in Seattle. It's on, if you're looking at a map, it would be on the clear to the left-hand side of the state, and I live clear on the right-hand side of the state. And there is a big, massive range of mountains called the Cascades that kind of separate the west, that little piece of the west where Seattle is, from the rest of the state. Getting over that pass is sometimes an adventure. Going to Emerald City Comic Con, it was no big deal. Coming home, the pass that I go over normally was covered in snow and car wrecks, and they closed the road. They closed the road for more than 24 hours. I'm still not sure if the road's open as of Monday morning, even, because I came home on Sunday. So what should have been a long 6-hour drive became much closer to a even longer 8.5-hour ride, as I had to kind of drive some back roads to get to another pass that I was shocked wasn't snowed in, because typically it's the one that's snowed in. It's a smaller road, and so the traffic's crazy. At any rate, enough about that. Let's look at last week's comics so I can hurry up and get them read, because then, of course, this week's comics are coming, and we'll do the whole shebang that I normally do every week. Anyway, let's jump right up. First, I got this odd thing, right? It's weirdly shaped. There's an ad on the, oh boy, learn how my camera works. There's an ad on the back of this that looks intriguing that I know I didn't order, but now looking at it here, Spider King. So, 956 AD, alien invasion threatens life on Earth. Our last land defense, Vikings. Science fiction and fantasy collide. Josh Van is the writer, and Simone D. Armenton is the artist. And Adrian Bloch is marked down as an artist. I don't know. Anyway, what I actually got from IDW was this, The Highest House. This is by, and it's the weird, right? It's the weird golden age. Oops. Let's try it this way. It's the golden age size, so, right, it's quite a bit wider, inch or so wider, and about the same height, maybe a quarter of an inch taller. Any rate, Highest House, it is done by the same guys who did The Unwritten. I'm not sure if, get a hold of Ghost Critic and see if he is aware of that. That it's done by the same guy. So that means it's Mike Carey. I'm a big fan of Mike Carey's writing generally. And Peter Gross is doing the art in it, and Fabian Alcaire is doing the colors on it. So I don't remember exactly what it was about. It's man, this cover is gorgeous. It's actually it's really slick and hard, but the chains have a different texture, and so does our main character here, and so does this rock. They're a slicker, like a shiny surface, and the highest house, this stuff is a matte finish, and then the castle down here is a high polished, magazine finish too. So that is a cool cover. $4.99, 32 pages, full color. Yeah. I'm trying. This is Obsidian. Obsidian. Let's get it straight. Bargain Part 1. I'm trying to remember what the solicits for were. Basically about this character who is not of the highest house. I think he's a slave boy, and somehow he is marked for something greater, I believe. But I mean, there's crazy, violence in it. I mean, he is literally. I think he gets handed over because they can't pay the taxes. It's kind of what it looks like. But no, I'm very much looking forward to checking this out. Are they utilizing this larger book size or not? I don't know, but boy, I don't know if the whole thing's gonna be this way. But there's the cover for the next issue. But if they're all like this, it's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah. So ads at the back, looks like. We'll be checking it out. Only frustration for me is, of course, this doesn't fit in a long box, and I don't really have bags for it. Somebody I'm going to have to break down and just buy a big lot of bags for that size of things. You have to excuse me if I sneeze. Allergies are a little bit weird, it seems, today. Let's get into the books. Books for February 28th. First up, we had Cal-X issue number 2. It's probably been, 5 months since issue number 1 came out. And it ended kind of on a crazy note. Then this kind of make-believe future world where Trump is president, or a Trump-like person is president. There are some states that have kind of seceded from the nation. California being one of them. I think that's what the Cal-X is there. There's what would have been sanctuary cities are now kind of like little oases away from the chaos, or safe places and whatnot. So we'll see what goes on. I really, really liked the first issue. So excited to see the book back, and hopefully we get on some level of consistency with the book now. So anyway, looking forward to diving into that. Like I said, hopefully we get we start coming out a little more consistency. We'll see. I doubt it, to be quite honest, but we'll see. If it took this long to get issue number 2 out, I don't know. Anyway, first issue of the Terrifics. I'm really excited about this book. Of course, the way they have the credits on here, art by Reyes, written by Lemire. I'm assuming that Prado. No, I don't know what Prado does. Prado is inking, or Prado is coloring. Anyway, this is part of the New Age of Heroes line. This is the only book from the New Age of Heroes line I think I'm getting. I might get the Challengers when it comes out, but I'm super excited because I love the characters that are involved in this. So yeah, I'm just curious to see where this goes to. It's kind of like basically Fantastic Four DC version. It's kind of what it's been laughed about as being built out. So excited to see how that is. Of course, other people have already read the book. You might be able to watch their videos and find out. I haven't watched any videos because, well, I was at the Con the whole weekend. Yes! Saga is back! Super excited about this. Issue number 49. We're all completely fucked. Hell yeah. So looking forward to seeing where this all goes. Do we jump in time again? Are we off talking a completely another story now that it's back after a little bit of hiatus? It seems like lots of times that's kind of what happens. So we'll see. Super excited about that. Be at the top of the list to read for sure, as always. Issue 2 of Abbott is out. Very stoked by this. I really like the first issue of Abbott. Good setup. I like the characters. Like the writing. Saladin Ahmed written book. He's doing Black Bolt right now. But it's about a African-American female journalist working in Chicago in the late 60s, early 70s, I believe. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head the exact date and whatnot. And there's some occult stuff going on. There's some horrible stuff happening on top of that. So really liked issue 1. Looking forward to reading issue 2. Fujitsu. This is issue number 5. I think this is the end. I think this is the end of it. It's been fun. It's been a fun little romp of crazy kind of sci-fi mystic martial arts silliness in here, as our Fujitsu dude is a immortal boy, fighting against this guy who's evil scientist dude who's going to change reality, has done so, and he's trying to fix that in a epic battle of mastery of styles. So fun stuff. Second issue of Hungry Ghost, anthology of ghost stories written by Anthony Bourdain and Joel Rose, with different artists on each issue doing art on different parts of it. This is the first of the books of the Berger lines of books. Karen Berger, of course, was part of Vertigo before it was even Vertigo. This is issue 2 of 4. Get to read some more ghost stories. Dude, that guy's got a serious boil on his wrist or on his arm. So I really liked the first issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. Excited to see what happens with the next issue of it. Imaginary Fiends, issue number 4. I haven't read it, but I've seen lots of panels from it. I actually went to a Vertigo panel at Emerald City Comic Con, and this is one of the books they talked briefly about. Definitely looking forward to reading it as we deal with our imaginary fiends. Basically, imaginary friends are like alien parasites to a sort, and they feed off of their hosts in one fashion or another. And as the frolicking, fun, imaginary friend stuff does not get them what they need, they start ratcheting it up to basically be closer to horror shows and homicidal maniacs and that sort of thing. So, and our main character with her imaginary fiend are been hired by the FBI to seek out these other things and put a squash to them. So, enjoyed it, and each issue I've seemed to enjoy more than the last one. Second issue of Motherlands, the family that stays together, slays together. Basically, kind of a set in the future bounty hunter story, more of a family tale, as a young daughter has to bring her mom out of retirement of being a bounty hunter, much to her chagrin, because mom was this like super famous like reality TV star bounty hunter that everybody loved, and there's some bad feelings between her and her mother, but she needs her mother's talents to track down her brother, it seems, who is like the number one most sought after, bounty. So we'll see how that plays out. The first issue was fun, so I'm curious to see how the next issue plays out. The last of the Twisted Romance. This is issue number 4. This is the back side of it. This is the Sarah Winfred serial story, I believe. And then on the other side is the Trungles and DeCamp story, I bevelieve. And of course, then there will be prose in the middle of it. So I like Trungle's art. I would have picked this book up. Of course, I got this book late. He was at the con. I would have picked up a book from him. He didn't actually have any copies, it didn't seem, of the book there, so I could get a copy signed, but I really, really like his artwork. So these have been fun. I've enjoyed the Twisted Romance thing. If they were to make this an annual event, I would be all for that. I'd pick it up next February as a weekly thing, because it was a lot of fun. Another new book I am really curious about is The Wilds. This is issue number 1. It's another Black Mask book. I'm hoping it is a good Black Mask book too. I'm now starting to get better luck with some Black Mask books. I mean, I like Cal X. Unfortunately, it's taking so long to come out. I really like They're Not What They Think They Are. So I'm really curious about The Wilds. I love this kind of cover. My understanding is this is kind of like a post-apocalyptic world. And I'm saying this, but it's been a long time since solicitation, so I may be wrong. And most people like hide in their little camps, their little domains. And this is about a courier that goes between the two places. Therefore, she is in the wilds, I want to say. So I'm real curious about it to see what it's like. I want to give some of these other books some chance. There's plenty of nakedness in this. Let's flip someplace where there is nakedness. In case I'm wrong. I mean, there's cars in this and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's some weird stuff going on. So I don't know exactly what is up. It looks like the beginning of this thing starts to tell us what's up, but like, I see some weird stuff going on. Looks like there's snipers in here. Because I'm not telling you. I'm trying to find a page that. Anyway, so got some driving going on in it. I mean, this person literally gets their head splocked off. I don't know, what's up with that. Did they take a shot to the head, or what the heck happened there for sure? And then there's another person that gets a, I don't know, plock also. But there's this flowers and stuff. So I don't know. Because when they get hit, it's like a burst of flowers and stuff. So I don't know. See? This person's laying here, like flowers off of her head. So, not sure exactly what all is going on there. But I'm going to check it out. I like the art. I like the art where I can see of it. We'll see what the story's like. Now I really don't know. So I guess maybe stay tuned. Maybe I'll get it read and talk about it on a video somewhere. Or ask me a week from now, and I'll have it read, hopefully, and I'll tell you about it then. Let's see. Here's the other half of my books. Get to these. Raven, Daughter of Darkness. I enjoyed issue 1. Issue 1 kind of took off from where this version of Raven that Marv Wolfman has been writing. I enjoyed that issue. I like the Raven character. I like how they kind of approach her in this. Her trying to, I don't know, live like the normal people, even though she's not the normal people. So I've been kind of enjoying that. I'll see what's going on, see if we really get Trigon in the book or not. I don't know. It seems like you can't have a solo story of Raven without having Trigon in it somewhere, right? But no, it's been enjoyable. Like the first issue. I'm curious to see what more story they're going to tell us. Hellblazer issue number 19. The Good Old Days part 1. Well, we'll see what this is like. I'm still not. I'm just not really sold on the book. So, yeah, we'll see. I think it's largely an art issue. For me, the story is okay, but the art is kind of a 4-color superhero style type art, and that really shouldn't be what Hellblazer is like. Needed some more tea. Sorry for the tea break. And finally, the Doom Patrol Justice League of America, end of the Milk Wars. There's a comic inside this. There it says comic inside. Can you believe it? Wow. I've really enjoyed the hell out of the whole Milk Wars thing. I'm excited to see what comes out after it. I know the Milk Wars directly affects Mother Panic, so I'm curious to see how that plays out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this whole goofiness ends. I really, really enjoyed the Milk Wars. That was a lot of fun. Just kind of an interesting way to poke some fun at some stuff and whatnot. The Doom Patrol parts of it have been excellent. Other aspects of each of the other books have been fun too, so curious to see how they tie it all up. And Detective Comics, issue number 975, beginning of the trial of the Batwoman. We'll see how this goes. I'm really curious to see what happens, since how, Kate Kane, Batwoman, pulled the trigger on somebody, and we're going to see what the repercussions are of that. It won't be very long before it'll be the end of Tynan's run on the book. And I have no idea. They did not say at Emerald City Comic Con who's taking the book afterwards, so we'll see what that ends up being like. Royal City number 10, which I believe actually came out, I get the impression it came out last week. I get my comic, I got it this week. It's just been fun. I'll be checking it out. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been really intriguing. Really curious to see where it goes to and whatnot. So, Batgirl Cold Snap. One final Frozen Farewell. I continue. Ooh, that's such a great cover. Really like that cover. We're all frozen there. Yeah, be curious to see what goes on. I've been enjoying Batgirl. It's been a straightforward, fun superhero comic book. I'll continue to say Hope Larson does an excellent job of writing Batgirl, just giving us fun, entertaining stories about Batgirl adventures. So, and I dig it. Demon Hell is Earth. Issue number 4 of the 6-issue miniseries. Last issue was a little better. I'm still not just super excited by the book, to be quite honest. I want something more of a demon book, I guess, than what this is. Days of Hate, issue number 2. Very much looking forward to this. The first issue was really intriguing. And I just want to see what's next. Are we going to stick with these people? What all is going to happen? I'm very much looking forward to that. Depressing as all heck. I'm very much looking forward to it. Dr. Star, the next spin-off of the Black Hammer world. Going to be checking this out. Jeff Lemire written, Max Farama drawn. I just talked with Max Farama. I actually bought a page of art from Max, not of this, Abe Sapien stuff, but Dave Stewart on colors. So it's going to look good, for me anyway. It'll look good. We'll see if this story has more meaning to the world of Black Hammer, or if it's more like the last spin-off where I don't feel like it's needed material at all. I don't think it added anything at all to the universe whatsoever. It barely touched on characters and didn't amount to much. I'm hoping that this Dr. Star amounts to more. So, and I guess they didn't cancel my Doctor Strange early enough. Here's Doctor Strange, issue number 386. It's the beginning of the Damnation arc, where he's off in Vegas for some reason, gambling away, clearly, probably not in money. And I have no interest in this because it also ties into a miniseries, and I don't want to buy the 2 books. I just want to buy the one. I was going to pick up Doctor Strange when the whole Damnation stuff was done. I don't think so. It's going to have a creator change, which I think is unfortunate. I really like this creative team on the book. Donny Cates and Walta was doing work on the book. I really enjoyed the 2 of them together. I thought that was a good combination. But they're leaving, and Mark Waid is taking over the book, and they're sending Doctor Strange to space, which I just don't have any interest in that. You start thinking about the fact they're probably going to tie him into Guardians of the Galaxy and some of that stuff, and I have zero interest in any of those kind of shenanigans whatsoever. So anyway, that's my book, 21 issues. I'm going to get off of here and get all the stuff that typically I would get done in a weekend, try to get them done on this Monday that I have off before I'm back to the grind, and see how many comic books I can get ready between all that. I hope your comic book weekend was awesome. I have no idea what's coming out this week, or I'm kind of hoping this is my smaller week. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about some of these comic books in the next Comic Roundtable. We'll see. We'll see how everybody else who happens to be on a Comic Roundtable feels about doing that, and we'll go from there. Anyway, have a great one, everybody, and till next time.